What is up, old school RuneScape fans? It's your boy John McGarrett's it's back with another video, and in this video I wanted to try something a little different, try to keep it shorter, so I'm going to do a old school RuneScape quick guide. So if you want a old school RuneScape free to play AFK moneymaker, then this video is for you. With that being said, appreciate all you guys who've been watching so far, and if I could get a subscription out of some of you guys keep coming back to my content, that'd be great, and leave some feedback below, some different things that maybe you want to be talked about or seen or whatever, and I'll just put it on my list of videos to work on. But with that being said, let's shrink ourselves and get down to the video. Bing! Where should I put myself? Here? Here. Okay, sorry. Anyway, so this is quick tips. Whoops, bad line. Quick tips, AFK Woodcutting multi-scape free to play. Okay, so it kind of covers a bunch of bases here. So this should be a pretty easy, quick guide. So the first thing you want to do is get 50k for all the axes ahead of time. Woodcut even get here. You can do it in chunks, or do other moneymakers like tanning hide, grinding chocolate bars, reselling from stores, etc., buying rune packs, any skill, anything. There's a multitude of different things. Just get your hands on 50k so you can pre-buy the axes. It's my first tip. Pre-buy all the axes so you don't have to keep going back to the Grand Exchange to upgrade. So 1 through 15, we're going to do normal logs around the GE, and it'll take you 97 logs to get to 15. Your profit will be around 10k for those logs when you get to oak logs. Then from 15 to 30, we're going to go south of Varrock on the west bank. Don't worry, I'm going to be showing you guys all these spots. I just want to run through the document first and then hop into the game. Yep. So it'll take you roughly 292 logs to get to 30 with a profit of roughly 20k plus. Unless you want to stick it oak logs, then that's up to you. So then when we get to 30 to 60 is going to be done at Drainer Village, or if you're less than 15 combat, that's 15 combat is what you need to not aggro. I'll type that in. 15 combat to not aggro dark wizards. That's what I looked up. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure that's the combat level. But if you do aggro them and you're on a skill or something like that, and you want to cut, the Port Sarum spot is right across the wall, and it has a safety deposit box right next to the Intrana deposit, whatever. So then from 30 to 60, it'll take you roughly 3,144 logs to get to 60, with a profit being roughly 300 to 350k, because willow logs are over 100. That's why I wanted to talk about this. I think this is a really good AFK money making, because the willow logs, like back when I was first started playing trading, becoming a trader, one of the flips I would do all the time would be maple logs and willow logs, and maple logs and willow logs are like 10 each, it seemed like. I think, I know maple logs are still that cheap, but willow logs really went through the roof. So I mean, I feel like this is a good item to utilize if you don't want to go for U logs or something like that because of the competition with bots or something like that. Or I'm not sure how that really works out now, but anyway, so I'll just move on to part B, which is going to be me showing you where all the logs are. So right here, we're at the Grand Exchange. So when you're at the Grand Exchange, you're just going to buy yourself your axe, and then you're going to get started. You're going to cut up. There's a cluster of trees right here, and then there's a cluster of trees right here. So you got 4 here, 5 here, 6, 7, 8, and you can just start from a line and just go down the line. 1 here, so 9 logs right there. And once you finish a rotation, you can just do them all and then run to the bank here quick, or burn them, or do whatever you want to do. And then that is where those are. Then going to oak logs, we're going to go down south real quick. You're going to go south of the GE. It's nice, and it's really nice because it's just, you're running south of the GE. And then there is the West Bank in Varrock. From the West Bank in Varrock, there is a cluster of 3 oak trees right down here. And then you can bring your accounts down here and train up to 30. So now to go to the willow logs, we're going to go to Drainer Village. These teleports are members only. I'm just trying to do this in as quick as I can so I can show you guys. So then also too, I want to note that if you want to just run down to Drainer Village, you can train on these oak logs, or these oak trees right here, and then bank them right there. It's pretty much the same distance. I mean, it's a little annoying with the fence, but it's pretty much the same. So what I was saying over here about the willow logs, they're right down here by the Drainer bank, really, really close. It's just, you got 2 dark wizards camping over here, and they're on the lookout to clap some newbie cheeks, if you get my drift. So yeah, you just cut logs right here and then run them up to the bank that's right over there. And then the safe option for low-level players. Sorry, I'm just making sure my low-level account didn't get popped. The safe option is right here, as you can see. I'd run all the way over there, but I'm just trying to keep this as short and concise as possible. But there's 4 willow logs clustered right here. And then the safety deposit box is right over here. See? So it's like you run down here on the dock, you come on over there, and then you can drop them off in there. So that's pretty much where you're going to go. So then the U-logs, the best place to cut U-logs is we're going to Edgeville. I also want to show you an alternate willow log spot. And if you just really want to cut here, this is just another spot. I've noticed that there's 1 willow log chilling right there. Sorry, count check. You can see how get out of here. There is a willow tree right here, and you can camp it and just cut it, and then right here, and then you have an easy transition from willow to yew tree. So there's 2 right here, plus then there's also 2 right here, and there's yew trees right here as well. See, I'm in Falador. I don't want to run all the way down there, but yeah, there's 2 right there, and then the last one I want to show you will be at the Grand Exchange. This is where I think most people know where it is. And then there is 3 right over here. So you know what I mean? Very convenient. You could eat, yeah, you know, there's different ways to rotate, different rotations to do this type of stuff. And yeah, I would, again, just let me suggest, I like woodcutting, especially for a free-to-play moneymaker, if you don't know what to do. Like, the hardest thing about knowing what to, like, the hardest thing about making money in RuneScape is knowing what you should be doing. And sometimes doing something is what you should be doing. So then woodcutting is an easy, no effort. You know, I don't really feel like getting on RuneScape today because I don't know what to do, you know, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, I'm going to watch Netflix all day and I'm just going to woodcut. You know what I mean? It's one of those easy things to do. So, anyway. All right, so a couple things I wanted to do was to give you guys kind of a taste of what multi-AFK woodcutting can get you. So I got a few accounts here that are ready to woodcut, though I do not have enough accounts ready to cut U-logs. So we'll talk about that when we get there. I can cut here on one account, but that's not a multi-cut experience. So let's just start the clock and then see how long it takes for me to cut 1 inventory on each account. Yep, here we go. Now, thing I want to note is if I had them all in the same world, which I probably should, it'll slightly increase your cut speed because the more people cut on the same tree, you get an invisible bonus because of forestry. Now, I also want to talk about forestry as well because I personally don't, I mean, I know it's pretty good and maybe people can correct me down below or maybe it's something I need to look into, but my first instinct is to not really worry about forestry because then you're putting more attention into the game and you're watching for that. And if you have that type of attention to be doing forestry events and / other events, though it does equal more money, then maybe you should be doing something which requires a little bit more attention, like high elking or working on smith, you know, skilling, progressing towards things that requires more time instead of just wood cutting. So just want to, you know, maybe forestry technically would increase your GP per hour, but I want to make this as AFK as possible and then let you know what the kind of numbers you can expect in an AFK environment. And these guys would be cutting, so they'd have a couple more logs. Maybe that's what I should have been doing. So it's hurt the time a little bit, so I'll expect a little bit higher than me if you whatever, but I like to show mistakes so that you guys can know that you're going to be expecting more money than what I show you with the math. So that is time. So this would have probably been like 8, and this one probably would have been like 7, but I'm just going to use the numbers we got. Oops, sorry. They're all still cutting. So he would have been at 0. Okay, now let's do the math. Alrighty, so I just went back to the last time in the video to show how many logs each of them had when I stopped the clock, and it was 6, 4, and 1, so we can take that into consideration here. Let me pull up my calculator here so I can do the math real quick for you guys. So we did 27 plus 28 plus 28 plus 28 plus 4, 10, 11 plus 11. Oops. 111 plus 28. Wait. No, 111 plus 11. Sorry. Let me just check real quick. So that's 28, 56, 112, take away 1, 111 plus 11. Yep, that is correct. So we have 112 and 2 minutes and 8 seconds. So it'd be 128 seconds. We have 3,600 seconds in an hour divided by how many seconds it took us to do that, which I'll just put 209 because it's higher than 0.5, so I'm just going to round up, so that'd be 129. this is how many cycles we can complete in an hour. So 27.9069, etc. So you just plug that into the total units that you were able to cut in the time, which is 122. So we'll just take that times 122. And we were able to cut, that's a lot of logs, it seems like. Let me just double check my math, make sure that's correct. So we did 122 total, and then 129 is our time, which is yes, 3,600, take away that, and we take that times 122. Yep, that's how many logs we got. So then they're selling for 66 each. So just using that number, it's gonna, the prices will vary based on what the margins are at the time of sale, but we are looking at 224,706 an hour. And you'll fluctuate a little bit higher and lower than that. So, you know what I mean? For my accounts, and they don't have crazy wood cutting. They're higher than 15, but they're not that much higher. This guy's got really good wood cutting for a free. It is my free to play wood cutting alt. So he's gonna have a little bit more speed, but I'm just they have rune axes, and this guy's got a rune axe or an adamant axe. So, but they don't have crazy wood cutting, so you can kind of expect this type of profit with cutting like around the 30 range, 15 to 30. And if you like this, then yeah, you'll expect that kind of rate of return. So that's pretty good. Like for easy to make alts, anybody can make one of these alts, anybody can finance one of these alts, and then you can start making money AFK. Pretty AFK. This is a little bit less AFK than normal accounts, but I just wanted to kind of do that. So I am going to now go to the Entrana spot, because I just want to show you guys a little bit slower, the safer method, just so I can reach more of you guys with the applicable. So it's more applicable to more players with the money maker. So like if you go to the drainer spot and you're higher than 15 combat, you can expect more money than this, but I want to show you how much you'll lose per hour if you're in the safe spot over here on the side. My frames are kind of tanked because I'm playing on high def. I'm trying to make the quality a little bit better. So let me know what you think, if that looks better. Or I personally prefer the crappy graphics of the old RuneScape with like really bad frames and really whatever, because it's nostalgic for me, but I know everybody has their own taste. So anyway, here we are at the willow logs, and then we're just going to do the same thing. We're just going to cut, get an inventory, and just rock out with our cocks out. Sorry, demonetized. Anyway, start the clock. 3, 2, 1, go. Be careful, you're at the deposit box, not to deposit your axe. That's time. Okie doke. So let's just do the math again. So we're looking at 28 times 4 plus, or take away 1. Plus 612, wait a minute, 8, or 7 plus 7 is 14, plus 8 is 22, plus 2, 8, 16, 19, plus 19. So we did 154 in 4 minutes and 2 seconds, so we got, again, 3,600 divided by 242 seconds. Giving us 14.876 cycles. If we multiply that by how many units we got, which is 154, that gives us 2,290. We'll say 2291. Just round up, because that was pretty close, right? Yeah, pretty close. So that's how many units we got. Let's see the GE price here for this willow log real quick, which is 111. So we'll do 110. You know who you are. I remember the tax this time, so we'll take it times 111. Because that will be the tax, or 110. Every 100 to, or one, I think it's 100 to 199 is 1 GP per unit. So yeah, so we're looking at 252K an hour for willow logs, and there we go. There you have it. You have all the money you'll ever need, and this type of alt's going to be online very, 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 very quickly. Sorry, it's for a different video. So now for you logs. I don't know how much we'd be able to get on 4 accounts, but somebody on my last woodcutting video I did talk about. Cut forever, alt is done, breaking the money, don't have 60 woodcutting enough to break down the math. But a commenter from another video said, I just chop use with 10 alts and make around 600 to 800K an hour. Wowee. Depending on the U-log prices at the time. So thank you very much, NNNJC1, for that comment. And I hope you guys enjoyed this guide. I think it's well worth your time. Again, you're looking at oak, logs, willow. On 4 accounts, you're looking at roughly 200K per hour, or then 50 to 70K an hour on one account. But then 4 would be that. And then on 1 account for willow logs, I would say the same thing, 50 to 100K or 70K an hour, and then 250K an hour for willow logs on 4 account. You like my handwriting? Anyway, yep. Is that what I wrote? I just want to double check to make sure that's what I wrote down. Yep, about 250K an hour. And that's with the Entrana. So if you go to Drainer Village, you'll be slightly higher too. So you could be probably looking at like 300K per hour. And then if you get 10 alts that use, he says AFK as well. Oh no, I guess he doesn't say that, but still, 600 to 800K an hour for a free-to-play alt with no maintenance costs. You're not paying 15 mil for a bond. Definitely worth your time. This video is long. Hopefully I can cut it down. But yeah, I hope you guys appreciate it. Again, if it would mean the world to me if you could subscribe. I'm trying to grind out daily content. But then if you don't want to subscribe, at least leave me some comments down below what you'd like to see guides for, or different areas explored, or what you're looking for, what you yourself as a player you need help with, or you would like looked at, or what type of content you would like to see. So John McGarrett's peace out. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.